Hello, welcome to Vidya's Prophecy Tarot. This is an all signs reading. Let's get started with Gemini. We're still in Gemini season, so let's get started with Gemini. Gemini, what is the energy for you? What's the message coming in for Gemini today? These are always general readings, so please just take what fits, leave the rest, okay? And if your sun sign doesn't resonate, do check your other placements, especially moon and rising signs. That's always useful. Okay, let's get started. Gemini, what is the message here for Gemini? What is the message? Oh, okay, that one dropped out. We've got bat. Okay, invoke thy power in fear, not the hidden. What lurks is coming with undenying change. So you're on the cusp of great change, Gemini. Okay, we do have the elders at the bottom of the deck. Which always speaks to me of wisdom, okay, and knowledge. So there could be some kind of impending huge change. Maybe you're seeking advice, right, about this, or you're being urged to. Let's see. What is the message here for Gemini? What is the message for Gemini? What's the message here for Gemini? What is the message for Gemini? We've got the king, which came up reversed. Okay, and one more. We've got the shield, you're safe from harm. Okay. With hindrance, fate has blocked this path for you. That's interesting. So you're on the cusp of great change here, Gemini. Okay. And it also says quite clearly to not fear the hidden or the unknown. With this king reversed, you could be feeling a little powerless, you know. You could be feeling a little powerless regarding this change. But the thing you need to know is that you're safe from harm. And it says here as well, like not to fear the unknown. So I think whatever this change is, it's going to be a good change for you. Okay, with hindrance, you may feel blocked from doing something or going, you know, or making this change. And I feel with the elders, you're being urged to get some advice. Okay, so let's see. Is this the right way? Yeah, okay. What is the message here for Gemini? What's the message for Gemini? What is the message here for Gemini? We've got the Two of Swords, and what is this? The World and the Seven of Wands. Yeah, that's the big change energy. We've got the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So there's a new opportunity here, Gemini. With the Two of Swords, though, it's kind of like you can't see the way, right? This crow's blindfolded. So it feels like there is an opportunity, but you're unsure because you can't, it's like you can't see the way, okay? With the World, there is a chance for a massive big change here, and maybe, you know, that change is scary for you. Okay, maybe you're not sure about this change. With the Seven of Wands, I mean, some of you could even be resisting. Okay, let's see. Let's get this deck out. Okay. Okay, why is the Two of Swords there for Gemini? Eight of Spears. Yeah, you're not sure if you should do this, right? If you should move towards this. Let me get one more. Why is the Two of Spears there? Or the Two of Swords, sorry. Why is the Two of Swords there? Five of Pentacles. Yeah, you're not sure if this is going to leave you better off or worse off, okay? It's that fear of the unknown. Some of you could be feeling a little insecure about heading into this change. Your insecurities as well, right, could be causing some of this indecision. Let's look at the World. Two of Wands, Two of Spears, and one more. Why is the World there? Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you are at a crossroads, okay? This is a time of big change. We've got the Ace of Coins twice here, once at the bottom of that deck and here. So there is an opportunity on the table, and I feel, Gemini, if you don't go for this, you may regret it, okay? Because with the Two of Swords, it tells me that you're not seeing the truth here, right? Because only one sword is the truth. You don't know which one it is, so you're not sure. And your insecurities could be playing on you. Let's look at the Seven of Wands. There's a Seven of Spears there. Six of Pentacles. Queen of Spears. I think you're being asked to be confident with the Queen of Spears energy, okay? Be confident that this is going to lead to a good outcome for you, okay, with that Six of Pentacles, because you're worried that you'll be maybe in this Five of Pentacles energy, but actually I think you need to marshal some confidence here, okay? It's going to work out well. For some of you, if this is in the realm of love, you see a chance to be with somebody, but it's like your insecurities again are speaking to you really loudly, not allowing you to move towards this. And some of you could be blocking this change because you're worried about whether this person will feel the same way, okay? Yeah, with that hindrance, I feel it's your own insecurities kind of hindering you, blocking you, okay? Let's just clarify that a little bit. Okay, let's look at the King in the reverse. Why do you feel so powerless here? Why is the King in the reverse there? Queen of Swords. Yeah, now this is you, Gemini. There's a need to be discerning here. You feel you're powerless. You're not powerless, okay? You're never powerless. You always have a choice. And I think you're being urged to seek counsel with the elders. It's about relying on wisdom, right? And it's also about going with your intuition and just inner knowledge, okay? You're not really powerless here. You can deal very well with this change. And it's about recognizing that. Let's look at this Five of Pentacles. Yeah, Five of Wands. It's maybe you're fearing competition, okay? Whether this is a person or a job or whatever, you could be fearing competition. And your insecurities are really speaking to you loudly here. Yeah, that's what I'm getting, okay? But I feel with the safe from harm, Gemini, you have nothing to fear, okay? This Ace of Pentacles is very real. But it might not stick around too long if you take forever. Let's look at that Six of Coins. King of Wands. Yeah, I think you're just being urged to be confident, to go for this, okay? And then I feel it will work out for you. Okay, so that's what I've got there for you, Gemini. And let's move on to Taurus. Oh, sorry, not Taurus. What am I saying? Cancer. Let's move on to Cancer. Okay, Cancer. What is the energy for you? What's the message here for you, Cancer? Cancer, what is the energy for you? What's the message here for you? Cancer. What's the message here for Cancer? What's the message for Cancer? We've got divination, okay. And we've got the broom at the bottom of the deck. Now the broom is all about making way, okay, clearing away. There's a need to clear things out of your life that don't serve you, right? Because if you don't clear whatever isn't working, you're not making space for your blessings, okay? With divination, it's about seeking answers, being insightful. So, I don't know, Cancer, maybe it's time to spring clean, literally, okay? Like maybe it's time to clear out things that haven't served you. And with divination, maybe you need to go within and figure out how to do this. Or some of you could be actively looking into ways to make space to clear out things. Let's see. What is the message here for Cancer? Cancer. Oh, Hand of Fate, and one more. We've got the Hand of Fate. Forces beyond your control intervene. And one more. The Raven. Darkness looms on the horizon. Ooh, got Medusa here. Jealousy leads to downfall. Well, maybe that's one of the things that needs to be cleared out, okay? Cancer, if there's people around you that are jealous, you need to get rid of them, right? Because they're not well-wishers. You can't have people like this around you. So there may need to be some clearing out of jealous people. If you're jealous, then that needs to be cleared out, okay? With this divination, it's about seeking answers. Some of you could feel that fate has blocked something for you, okay? And I feel with this darkness, there's almost a feeling of depression here for some of you. Feeling depressed at the hand you've been dealt, okay? But it says here, take a breath, take it twice. Insightful reflections are guided by light. So I feel like, I feel like instead of sitting in this energy of depression at whatever has transpired, you need to take a breath and then really focus on the light. To me that speaks of positivity. Okay, so it's like shunning, like trying not to think negative and focusing on things that can be achieved, and I feel that will help you. Okay, that's kind of what I'm seeing there. Let's see. And some of you may feel that you need to clear out these jealous people, okay, around you. Cancer, what's the message here for Cancer? Okay, what is the message for Cancer? Knight of Wands. And what is this? 10 of Swords and the 9 of Wands with the Moon. Yeah, I do feel there is depression here for a lot of you, okay? We've got the Moon, we've got the Raven, it's like a real fear of the unknown. It's a fear of, there's a depression here at the kind of hand that you've been dealt. And with this Knight of Wands and the 10 of Swords, you may feel that someone has betrayed you. Okay, for some of you, you've been betrayed by this sort of an energy, which is someone who's been reckless, maybe a little promiscuous, okay? Just someone who has been a bit reckless. And with this 10 of Swords, you could feel betrayed here. With this 9 of Wands, it feels like hanging on despite the betrayal, okay? It feels like you should be done with this betrayal. You need to put that behind you, but it's like you're hanging on there. You're hanging on. Maybe out of depression, like you can't see a way forward, okay? For some of you, you've been betrayed, but you can't see a way forward away from this person. Okay, and divination is telling me that there are answers, okay, but you're not going to find it by focusing on your negative thoughts. You need to be guided by the light here, okay? So let's see. Okay, what is the message here for Cancer? Message for Cancer. Where's the Knight of Wands there for Cancer? The Wheel of Fortune. 2 of Coins. Yeah, someone's moving to bring about a change in your life. It's sudden. You may feel it's reckless, okay? With the Tower, it feels like a tower to you. Let's look at this 10 of Swords, 6 of Cups, and the King of Cups. Yeah, someone maybe that you live with is betraying you, okay? They could be heading back to their past, or they're in love with someone from their past. Cancer. With Strength, it's about harnessing courage. Okay, this is a dark time for you, for whoever's resonating with this. It's a dark time. You need to focus on the light to find your courage. Okay, let's look at this 9 of Wands. What is this? 5 of Swords and one more. 4 of Swords. Yeah, with the 7 of Pentacles and the 9 of Wands, it's like still giving this person a chance or hanging on there, okay? You feel betrayed, but you're not giving up on this person, and it's because with this 5 of Swords and the 4 of Swords here, it's more like you're not giving up because of fear, okay, of anxiety, or maybe of how you'll manage without this person. You are conflicted here. And with divination, it's asking you to find the answers by focusing on yourself, you know. When it says here, reflections are guided by light, insightful reflections are guided by light, it reminds me of the Hermit card, where the Hermit is focused on his own light, right? I think you need to focus on yourself here. Yeah, this looks like a, like a difficult situation for whoever's going through this. Let's look at that. Some of you could be struggling with jealousy because of this person's betrayal. Okay, if someone you've been in a home with is recklessly leaving to pursue a relationship with someone else, some of you could be jealous and bitter at this new romance that's coming up for this person. Okay, but it's asking you to not sit in that energy, because that won't serve you. Let's look at this Wheel of Fortune. Where's the Wheel of Fortune there? This is fated, this decision. Like, where's the Wheel of Fortune there? Two of Cups here. I think this person, there is someone they're in love with that they want to move towards, and that's a fated connection. Okay, let's look at the Six of Cups. Yeah, the Moon and the Tower. I think this, for whoever is resonating, this has come as a real shock, like out of the blue. You know, like out of left field, this betrayal has come as a massive shock. Let's look at the Five of Swords. Three of Cups. Yeah, you're conflicted, okay, because there is a third party here. Now, let's look at the Raven. Why is Raven there? Yeah, you're not sure what to do about this fact that this person's got a new love, and it's filling you with a lot of, with the Seven of Cups. You're not thinking clearly, you're confused. There's jealousy as well, okay? Let's look at Medusa. Why is Medusa there? Eight of Swords. Yeah, I think you need to release yourself from this jealous feelings that you have, okay? With the High Priestess, you are the High Priestess energy, and it's about relying on your own intuition and your own knowing and your own light, okay? Don't spend your time focusing on who this person is moving towards. Don't spend your time focusing on this person's happiness, because that seems to be leaving you in a dark place. You need to focus on yourself. What's going to make you happy, okay? And with the Broom, accept that it's time for this to go out of your life. I know it's easier said than done, okay? Especially if you're in a commitment or whatever, but there needs to be a clearing, because obviously this is not working, right? This person has betrayed you, right? They did choose someone else here, so it's in your best interest to clear this energy out of your life, okay? That's what I'm getting here. It's a little heavy, but with this Broom and the Medusa and these cards, it tells me that it's time to stop focusing on this person and their new relationship, and start focusing on yourself, okay? That's the way to happiness, and that's the way that you're going to get through this dark period. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so that's you, Cancer. Let's move on to Leo. Okay. I know some of the advice sometimes seems a little, you might think, oh, that's easier said than done. And of course, it's not easy. But still, the cards are, sort of guiding you that is the way to, you need to work on that. Okay, so that's the path. Okay, what is the message here for Leo? What's the message for Leo? What is the message here for Leo? What is the message for Leo? Leo, what's the message for Leo? We've got Dark Moon with Pumpkin beneath, okay. Dark Moon. It says, in the dark of your heart lives new breath waiting for you to release its ghost. So there's something here, a new opportunity or a new emotional beginning, Okay. With this pumpkin as well, it speaks to fertility. Okay, so there's something new basically on the horizon. Something, with apples as well. It's all very abundant, fertile kind of energy. Okay. But maybe something else needs to be released. Okay, it's possible. Let's look at this. What is the message here for Leo? What is the message here for Leo? We've got air and one more. The satyr, revelry and indulgence. And we've got the hourglass. Time is of the essence. So there's a question of timing here. Okay, some of you could feel the time is running out. I mean, if this is your energy, right? If there's something that you wish to go towards, a new opportunity, you may feel that time's running out for this. With this air seeker union of mind and spirit, it tells me that whatever you want to go towards is pretty suited towards you, Leo. Okay, it feels like, yeah, it feels like a very good balanced connection here with the satyr, revelry and indulgence. This could be what needs to be released, frankly. Okay, like maybe there is an opportunity here to have a very balanced connection, and then this, which feels very much like a devil energy, maybe that needs to be released. That's the past. Okay, so let's see. Message for Leo. What's the message here for Leo? What is the message here for Leo? We've got the Ace of Wands, Judgment, and one more. We've got two. Oh my God, we've got three. The Chariot, the Fool, and the Emperor. Yeah, with the Knight of Cups, so you want to move towards something, Leo. There is a new passionate beginning here. With Judgment, there's a recognition that you want to move towards this, okay? And maybe there's also a recognition that time may be running out. With the Chariot, it's about moving towards this, taking a leap of faith. With the Emperor, being prepared to face the consequences of doing this, okay? So those are all very powerful, big energies here, okay? Which tells me this is something very big, you know, because with this air, it feels like a very good opportunity, okay? Maybe something fated for you, but you do need to release this energy is what I think. Okay, so let's see, why is the Ace of Wands there for Leo? Why is the Ace of Wands there for Leo? The Emperor and the Four of Cups. Yeah, a situation that you haven't been happy in, right? This is about getting on top of things that haven't satisfied you, okay? Taking ownership of what hasn't worked in your life, and you see a chance for something new here, and it's about going for it. Now let's look at Judgment. Two of Swords, Three of Swords. Yeah, I think you weren't sure in the past, okay? Maybe because previous heartache has clouded your judgment. Maybe you weren't sure about this opportunity. You were conflicted, okay? Maybe now you feel you've sabotaged yourself with this past baggage. I almost feel like this might be past baggage, okay? Because there is something on the past that needs to be released. Let's look at the Chariot here. Nine of Cups. Yeah, you do want to move towards this. Let's look at the Fool. Ten of Wands. Yeah, that's what you need to be done with. There's something else you need to be done with. And let's look at the Emperor. The Wheel of Fortune, yeah. It's about having the courage and the power to be the change that you want to see in your life, right? With the King of Swords, very clear thinking, okay? Very clear thinking. Yeah, but there's something that needs to be released, and I think that may be what's giving you pause. Maybe you feel you'll hurt other people in going for this, okay? That's also there. Let's take a look. Where's that? Okay, let's get a card on this Satyr. Well, it feels like a devil energy, but... Well, let me get a card on Dark Moon. Where's Dark Moon there? Queen of Wands. Yeah, there's somebody here, okay? It could be another fire sign. Yeah, there's someone you find very attractive that you want to move towards. Let's look at the Satyr. Page of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. I think you're beginning to see starting this new journey or starting this new opportunity differently. Okay, maybe in the past it's been fun and games with the satyr, um, with that revelry and indulgence. It feels like no commitment, just enjoying yourself, right? And there is a chance here for a union that can lead to a lot. Like, it's very promising. Okay, and maybe now you're seeing this revelry and indulgence energy differently. Like, like that's not what you want to keep doing. Okay, you feel like time's run out on that, like you're done with that, and maybe some of you want to settle down. Okay, let's see, where's the Emperor there for Leo? The Tower. Yeah, you often have to bring about some massive change here, Leo, right, in changing the status quo and going for this new relationship. Let's look at the Two of Swords. Where's the Two of Swords there? The Star. Yeah, it's this could be everything you desire here with the Star, but you're still uncertain. Okay, and maybe it's because you feel that other people would not support this. Let's look at the Three of Swords. Yeah, Queen of Swords. I think you recognize that in going for this dream, other people may not be supportive, okay, or other people could be feeling aggrieved or something like that. But this is a great chance for you, and there is a clock on it. Okay, now let's look at that. Let's look at this Ten of Spears, Ace of Swords. Yeah, you want to be done with the past, whatever it is, right? Whatever you've been doing, that's not what you want to keep doing. Okay, you're done with that, and you're ready for change. So I think you just need to, step into this Emperor energy and go for it. There's a Wheel of Fortune there. Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. Yeah. Offer this person, whatever, move towards this person that you see as the ideal partner. With the Queen of Pentacles is always the ideal partner, right? With the High Priestess, it's about using your intuition. You feel that this person is the right person for you to partner up with in business or pleasure or whatever, right? It's about doing that, okay, and not really caring what all these other, whatever else is standing in the way. I think you're being urged to be the change that you want to see in your life, right? Like, you have to do this, okay? I don't think it's going to happen otherwise. You need to make the change here. Okay, and just remember the time may be running out, so, don't take too long. Okay, so that's Leo. Let's move on to Virgo. Okay, Virgo. What is the message here for Virgo? What's the message for Virgo? What is the message here for Virgo? Third Harvest. Okay, and we've got Owl at the bottom of the deck. Now, the Owl is all about wisdom. And you're the Hermit, right, Virgo? That's your card. So it's all about gaining wisdom. With Third Harvest, it feels like a chance to be happy. Okay, it says taste the gathering of honey's milk, filling your emptiness. So it feels like a chance to be happy, to have it all after a period of lack or after a period of feeling like you don't have it. Okay, some of you could be coming out of tough situations, where you feel like you haven't really had much to be happy about for a while, and now you see that there is a chance for happiness. Let's see, there's a message for Virgo. What's the message for Virgo? Serendipity. Wow. And one more. You've got the Wizard, Virgo, which seems like your card. Use your skills to aid others. Okay. And we've got Water. Emotions are at their peak. With the Chalice. So there is a chance here to move towards something very nourishing and healing. It says rejuvenation, fulfillment, right? With the owl, there's the wisdom of this. You see this opportunity, you recognize it, and you know that it could be very healing. Okay, with this third harvest, there's a chance to be happy here. It's serendipity, bright new prospects. Yeah, you see the bright prospect. Use your skills to aid others. For some of you, this new opportunity is a chance to mentor people. Okay, if it's in the realm of job or whatever. There's some skill that you have that's very useful and that could lead to happiness. Okay, like a chance, yeah, something like that. Okay, let's see. Is this book? Okay, what is the message for Virgo? What's the message here for Virgo? What is the message here for Virgo? The Star, Two of Wands reversed, and one more. I'll take this Nine of Pentacles. There's too many here. Okay. With the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, yeah, there's a new opportunity. With the Star, it's everything you could desire, right? With the Two of Wands reversed, it feels like you know that this is what you want to go towards. It's like there isn't even another option. Okay, this is the only one for you. And with the Nine of Pentacles, it's about freeing yourself up for this opportunity, okay? Yeah. If this is work, especially, some of you could be feeling like you could freelance, okay? And in order to do this, and that's your goal. If it's a relationship, then I feel like you're already single, okay? And you see this new opportunity, you recognize it as a chance for happiness. Okay, let's have a look here. Where's the Star there for Virgo? Two of Spears and the Knight of Coins. Yeah, you're at a crossroads, okay? Where do you want to go? You have a goal in mind with the Star. Now let's look at the Two of Wands reversed. Where's that there? Eight of Coins and the Ten of Swords. Some of you feel betrayed at, wherever you've been working. Some of you could feel like you've put in a lot of work, okay, but it's ended badly. Yeah. Let's look at the Nine of Coins, Five of Wands, and the Magician. Yeah, some of you feel like you need to free yourself up, okay, or be independent in order to manifest this. With this Five of Wands, it almost feels like you're not interested in conflict. You don't want to, you can see how this wise wolf is just sort of sitting there by himself, and all these people here are fighting. It's like you don't want to do this, okay? You don't want to fight you don't want to get involved in the drama. You don't want to fight. You'd rather just be single and work on your own. So for some of you, you could be tired of office politics, honestly, okay? You could feel betrayed there, and you could see that there is a chance to be happy and to use your skills in going for things yourself, okay? Like being a freelancer or something. Yeah. Okay. Let me get a card on this. Let's see, what is this third harvest about? The Chariot. Yeah, it's about moving towards your goals very successfully. You're in the driver's seat, okay, with the Ace of Wands. So there is something new. Now let's look at this Eight of Coins, the Lovers, and Death. So if this is work, you may feel like you have no choice but to end this connection, okay, because maybe there's a lot of drama. Maybe you feel betrayed there. Yeah, but I think Death here is very transformational, and it's a good transformation for you because there's a great new opportunity here. So whatever you're choosing to end, I feel like that's going to lead to a very nice new beginning for you. Okay, now let's look at the Magician. And that's Gemini, Virgo energy. So that's you, Virgo. There's a Magician there. Two of Cups and one more. Ten of Cups. Oh no, wait. Six of Swords. Two of Cups, Six of Swords, Ten of Cups. I think you've always been trying to fit in, do what's best, right, for other people, whether it's your family or your work colleagues or whatever. And you may even have turned your back on opportunities that were great for you in the past, okay, in order to please all these people. Well, there's a time to, it feels like you're calling time on that now. You're going to prioritize yourself, and I think that is what's required here. And you can see this card with the Knight of Cups. He's drinking from this cup. It's like you need to put yourself first now, Virgo. That's what I'm getting here strongly. You need to put yourself first, okay? Whether it's work or a romance or whatever, it's about putting yourself first, you know? Because it's like you've been this loyal worker bee, right? You've contributed to the team, you've contributed to the family. But now it's like it's time to step up into an Emperor energy and manifest whatever it is you want. Okay, that's really what I'm getting here. So this change that's happening, this betrayal, this Ten of Swords energy that's happened here, I feel it's fated because it's to draw you away, okay? I think many of you have been resistant to change, and this change would not have come for you any other way. There had to be something end painfully here. You had to feel that this was unworkable in order to make the change, because I think some of you were just almost on autopilot, you know, just working there, doing whatever had to be done, and you were not willing to make the change, okay? So I think that's why this situation has ended, to force you to change, to force you onto some other path. But that's a really good path because there is a brand new opportunity here. With serendipity as well, it's very lucky, okay? So yeah, that's what I've got for you, Virgo. I think that's pretty good. Let's move on to Libra. Okay. Just gonna have a sip of tea. Okay, Libra. What is the message for Libra? What is the message here for Libra? What's the message for Libra? What's the message here for Libra? We've got coming of winter, and we've got the healer at the bottom of the deck, okay? So this always speaks to hard times, right? Coming of winter. It feels like some kind of tough period, okay, Libra? You could see this coming, or it could be upon you. With this healer, though, there is some kind of healing that is available to you. Okay, listen as the medicine bleeds through her teeth. For some of you, I mean, this tough time could be in the realm of health, okay? Some of you may need healing. There could be a period of ill health. That's just for some of you, not for everyone. Let's see. What is the message here for Libra? What's the message for Libra? I've got the black cat and one more. Caduceus, you will receive news from afar. So it feels like Libra. It says the black cat, it says your luck will soon change. So your luck is going to change with this Caduceus. Something, you may receive some kind of news from somewhere, okay, that helps you change your luck, or changes a situation maybe that has been very bleak. Because with the healer, I feel that there is mercy, there is compassion, you know. Okay, let's see. That's intriguing. Okay, what is the message here for Libra? What's the message for Libra? What is the message here for Libra? The moon. Oh, that's a lot. I'll take the Emperor and the Fool. Okay, I'm not taking all of these. That's too many. Got the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So there's some kind of deception here. Something sneaky. With the moon as well, there's, things aren't as they seem. I feel someone is, this Emperor energy, this Emperor is about to make a move. Okay, this person is going to take a leap of faith. But this Emperor is also looking at the moon, sort of focused on the deception. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. Let's get some more cards out. Where's the moon there for Libra? Ten of Cups. And the Nine of Cups. So it feels like someone who greatly desires something, okay, a happy family dynamic. There's fear around that. Let's look at the Emperor. Three of Coins. Eight of Swords. Someone's in their worries, in their head, that this Emperor is going to work with somebody else, okay, that they desire a family with someone else. Libra, this could be you, okay, or you could be this Emperor energy. Let's look at the Fool. Where's the Fool there? Three of Swords and the Four of Cups. Yeah, I feel like somebody is not giving this relationship a go, okay. They want a brand new start with someone else. And this could be filling you, Libra, with a lot of fear about the unknown. You could be in a family dynamic with this person, okay. We have the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck now. Could be, this is air sign energy, okay. But yeah, there's a lot of fear that this Emperor wants a new start with someone else. And I think you feel rejected. This Four of Cups, Three of Swords, it feels like this coming of winter. Feeling like you're being left out, or it's very like things are looking bleak. Okay, let's see, let's look at that coming of winter. Why is that there for Libra? Why is that there for Libra? Eight of Swords. Yeah, I feel someone's getting over their fears. This Emperor is getting over their fears of going for this new beginning. Okay, with Justice, they could be seeking a divorce for some of you. Let's look at the Black Cat. Where's the Black Cat there? Where's the Black Cat there for Libra? Six of Swords. Yeah, I think someone's moving on. Okay. With the Queen of Swords. Yeah, I think if you're the feminine here, some of you could recognize that this person plans to leave. It's they're getting over their fears of going for something new, like maybe even getting divorced, and it's leaving you maybe feeling very like it's going to be hard times ahead. Okay, let's look at this Caduceus. What is that? Three of Swords. Oh, so some of you could have heard news that there is a third party involved and that this person is moving towards that. Yeah, with the Page of Swords, I think you've heard the news. With the Seven of Swords, this Emperor may not be maybe hiding it, okay, with the Lovers beneath, that there's a lover or another person here. And it's filling you with a lot of fear. I think you're in a home dynamic with this person. Now, let's look at a Healer. What is that about? Death. I think you've been hanging on to a situation, Libra, for a long time with this Nine of Wands. It hasn't been pleasant, okay. It's coming to an end, though. This person is moving on. This person is taking, going down another path. And And with the healer, I feel like ultimately this is actually going to heal you. Okay. This ending will actually heal you. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Because with that Nine of Wands, it's the wounded warrior, right? It's whatever you've been hanging on to, it hasn't been very comfortable. Okay. With that Nine of Wands and he's all bruised and battered, it's like, it hasn't been comfortable. So this ending is actually going to heal you. Now, let's look at this Eight of Swords. Yeah, the devil, that's what was keeping you stuck, this devil energy. You just kept hanging on there, but it's not really serving you, okay? Let's look at this Four of Cups. Two of Wands. Yeah, this person is at a crossroads. They're going to be done. They're concealing it from you. But ultimately, this is going to be some kind of healing energy for you, because it's going to bring about much needed change, okay? That's what I'm getting here. The Minstrel, let your intentions be known. Let's get a card on that. The Hermit. Yeah. I feel someone who's focused, I feel this is Emperor energy, okay, who's focused on their star. They're going to let their intentions be known, and you're going to feel like it's tough times for you, but that this person is moving on. But actually, I feel this ending will set you free, okay? It's going to be healing for you as well. It's going to bring about some kind of massive change for you. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I've got for you, okay? I mean, it does look like there's somebody else in the picture. But this ending, I think, will be transformational in that obviously you go through the pain of it, but then in time you'll recognize that it's setting you free as well. Okay, that's what I'm getting there. Okay, so that's Libra. Let's move on to Scorpio. What is the message here for Scorpio? What's the message for Scorpio? What is the message here for Scorpio? What's the message here for Scorpio? We've got protection, okay, and we've got greet the darkness. Now, greet the darkness is all about accepting the end of something, okay. With protection, feeling that you are protected. Okay, let's see. What is the energy here? Ooh. What is the energy here for Scorpio? Or what is the message for Scorpio? What's the message for Scorpio? The Oracle, and one more. The Dagger. And we've got Caduceus as well. So, Scorpio, there is protection here, okay? It says seek wisdom and guidance from elders. So, you are actively being encouraged to seek advice. Because there could be some kind of conflict, okay? But you are protected. But in order to protect yourself really strongly, you need to also seek advice, right? Because you're going to hear something with this Caduceus. And with this greet the darkness, it feels like accepting that there's something coming that, like a dark time, okay? And if you protect yourself armed with knowledge, you will be, you will get through this, you will be protected, okay? So let's see, what is the message here for Scorpio? What's the message for Scorpio? It's kind of like if you know that there's an ending coming of some sort, right? Like a termination of employment or a divorce or something, and you've heard about this, you've got the news. Well, it's time to arm yourself with knowledge, right? See what are your rights. What is the message here for Scorpio? Justice, and oh wait, there's two. Four of Swords, Justice, and one more. We've got two, the King of Pentacles, the High Priestess, with the Five of Swords. So some of you are conflicted, okay? You're not sure what to do here. You've heard this. You can see that there's darkness on the horizon. Some of you could have suffered heartbreak, and you're in a period of sort of recovery, okay? Some of you are recovering. With justice, this is what's on your mind, right? You want things to play out fairly in this situation, okay? You just want fairness, and you're thinking about how you can get that. And with this King of Pentacles and the High Priestess, there could be a lot of secrecy around money here, okay? Scorpio, whether it's a job or romance, there's secrecy around money. If this is in the realm of a romance, then someone you may have been connected to has kept their finances secret, okay? You don't know much about their finances, and so I feel like now that things are ending, you just want your fair share here, okay? Well, you're being asked to seek advice, okay? Because other people can help you figure out what's going on here, okay? And for some of you, it says in this protection card, this is my house stained by the very blood flowing through its walls. Some of you, this could be about protecting an asset, okay, in the event of a divorce. I mean, could be that. Let's look at the Four of Swords, the Emperor, Strength. I feel some of you are not sure how to get on top of this situation, okay? This person that you're dealing with, this masculine energy, could be very domineering. I feel domineering kind of presence. You know, someone who's very determined to get their way, and they've kept all their finances secret. So I feel like even if you're in a relationship with this person, if you were the feminine energy here, they kept you in the dark about their money situation, okay? This person's very determined to get their way, okay? And so you're not sure what to do here. Let's look at Justice, Page of Swords, and the Temperance, yeah. You just want fairness, right? You've heard this news and could be filling you with a lot of trepidation. You are conflicted, but you just want peace with this Temperance. You want your fair share, and you want things to be calm. You're not looking for more than your fair share, okay? Let's look at the King of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Why is that there? There's a King of Pentacles here with the High Priestess. Oof. For some of you, it's possible that this person has a third party that they wish to marry, okay? And so they could be looking for a divorce from you, okay? And you're being urged to just protect yourself so that you get your fair share here. Because I feel like this person is not afraid to, with this Emperor and Strength, they're not afraid to fight here, okay? And to get nasty. That's what I feel. Yeah. Could be a very intimidating kind of person, like someone who tries to bend you to what they want, okay? Okay. Scorpio, okay. Let's have a look. What is this protection about? Why is protection there for Scorpio? Two of Swords, yeah. You may not know how to protect yourself, how to protect your assets, okay? Get advice. Let's look at the Dagger. Yeah, King of Cups. This is the person, okay? And I feel with this King of Cups, he's pouring out his emotions, and with the cards that I have here, with the Emperor and Strength, it feels like this person is not going to get emotional with you. Like they're not going to be swayed. They're just going to be very cold and determined to get their way, okay? Because, you know, we're clarifying the conflict here, the dagger, right? This person is prepared to fight and for things to get very nasty, okay? That's kind of what I'm getting. Let's look at the Emperor. Six of Wands. Yeah, this person cares about how people see them. And so they're going to, I feel when this person negotiates some kind of settlement, they'll want it to be very favorable to them, you know. So they'll want to come off looking good, okay. They may want the house, for example, okay. Yeah, let's look at Strength. And although it's coming up as the Emperor and Strength, you know, it's just the energy. So the energy is very masculine, but we could be talking about a female here, you know. Let's look at Strength. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. Gosh, I think this person might even try to leave you without much, Scorpio. That's what I'm getting. Gosh, yeesh. Leaving you out. Okay? While they go and have this new life with someone else. Yeesh. Okay, let's look at this Page of Swords. There's a Page of Swords there. Ace of Wands. Yeah, you're going to hear about this. Let's look at Temperance. Queen of Swords. I think also, Scorpio, don't let this person intimidate you from going through the legal process. Okay, that's what I'm getting. With Temperance clarifying justice, I feel like this is the kind of person who might try to bully you into a settlement without going down the legal route. And if that's the case, I think you are being urged not to do that, okay? Go down the legal route. I think it'll be much fairer to you. That's what I'm getting. Get over your fears of hiring a lawyer or whatever, okay? And with that oracle as well, you need to get legal advice here, okay? If that's the case. Yeah, because this person is keeping a lot secret from you financially. They do mean to leave you with a lot less, right, than they have. So this person is not interested in inequality or an equal split. They're not interested in being fair, okay? And they have a lot of secrets. Like they could have secret investments that you don't even know about, which is why you need to go through the legal process. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. You know, I feel with the Sun, you're being urged to let it all play out publicly, okay? Don't let this person intimidate you into doing things quietly, you know, because they care so much what everyone's image of them is. Don't let them intimidate you. Let it play out publicly, okay? In court, if that's the case. I feel like that will go in your favor. Okay. Gosh. Let's look at this oracle. Where's the oracle there? Yeah, Ten of Swords. Yeah, it is a betrayal and you're being urged to get advice. Okay. Yeah. With the Page of Swords, learn whatever you can about this person and whatever they've hidden here. Okay. Because there are things that need to be uncovered with that High Priestess. Okay, Scorpio. So that's for some of you who are maybe going through a divorce. Okay. Okay. Let us move on to Sag. What is the message here for Sag? Oh, we got crystals and herbs. Okay, I'll take that. And we got haunted. Jeez. Crystals and herbs, it feels like, it says, oh, what medicine, what sacredness to behold. So it feels like someone's trying to heal something here. With haunted, it's a loss that they can't get over. Okay, this person cannot get over this loss. They're obsessed with trying to heal this. Let's see. What is the message for Sagittarius? What is the message here for Sagittarius? Honor and good luck, and one more. We've got the Sphinx. And we've got winds of change. So this person is haunted. Okay, They're desperate to try and heal this. With that winds of change, they do want to change their circumstances. They want to change things with you, Sag. Or this could be you, right? Feeling this way. With honor and good luck, it feels like restoring a reputation, maybe. Okay, like if this person gave you a bad impression of themselves, they're hoping to fix that. With Sphinx, choose your words carefully. It feels like someone who may be careful with what they say. Okay, and also I feel maybe so that they come off looking good, they may be very careful what they say to you. Yeah, that's sort of what I'm getting there. Let's see. Okay, what is the message here for Sagittarius? 8 of coins. What is this? The 4 of coins and one more. Six of Cups. Yeah, someone who misses you. Okay, with the Page of Wands, they want to reach out. There's a lot of longing here, a lot of nostalgia. This is someone that you've known who you're obviously not connected to. Okay, but with this Haunted, they haven't forgotten you. If they ended it, they are kicking themselves. They're haunted by the ending. Okay. And they want things to change. Now, this person with this 8 of coins is very focused on you. Focused on trying to fix things with you. With this 4 of coins, again, it's about not letting go. I feel like this person has not left you, okay, or they've not let go of you. They're very fixated on this past with you. So it feels like an ex or someone you've known who's just very fixated. Could even be a co-worker or someone you worked with or studied with in the past, okay. Okay, let's see. Message for Sag. What's the message here for Sag? Where's the 8 of coins there for Sagittarius? Why is the 8 of coins there for Sagittarius? We've got the Hierophant and the 8 of Spears. Somebody is focused on moving towards you. They're leaving a commitment, okay. The 10 of Swords, ending something. Let's look at the 4 of coins. The World. And the 4 of Swords. Yeah, they're obsessed with starting a new chapter with you. With the 4 of Swords, healing this, okay. With the Ace of Spears, they want to reignite this. Let's look at the 6 of Cups. The Emperor and the Tower. With the Knight of Cups, I think when this person, if they do approach you with this, they certainly want to, okay? When they reach out to communicate, you might not see this coming because I feel like it's going to come out of the blue with the Tower. It's like someone reaching out from the past, like out of the blue, okay, to reach out to you. This person is ending a commitment. Or something in their life has ended and they want to move on and they're very focused. It looks like they want to move on to you, okay? I feel they've done something in the past that may need some kind of healing. This is someone who may have hurt you, okay? And yeah, they're obsessed with, but you know, with this Emperor, they are in control here and they also want to influence the outcome. So to that end, I think they will be a little circumspect with what they say here, okay? You might not get the complete truth out of this person. Let's see. Let's look at Haunted. Why is that there? Why is Haunted there for Sagittarius? Why is Haunted there? 8 of Swords. Yeah, this person, I feel like this is a prison of their thoughts. Like they just can't get over you. You know, but now it's like they don't just want to be sitting there thinking about you. They actually want to see something happen. Okay. Let's look at that Sphinx. What is that Sphinx about? Or, yeah, what's the Sphinx about? The Sun. Ooh, we got the 7 of Swords beneath that. I mean, this person is not going to tell you everything. Okay. When it comes to shedding light on some shady business or something, they are going to be circumspect here, okay? I think they want to choose their words carefully. Let's look at this Griffin. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. They want to restore things, you know, they want to balance. So it feels like they may give you an apology, okay, in order to restore your connection. But they're going to be careful with what they say, because I don't know, yeah, they're going to be careful with what they say. They will tell you, maybe they will shed some light on something that maybe was being concealed, but it may be done in such a way that this person comes off looking good. Okay, let's look at the Hierophant. Why is that there? Yeah, Eight of Coins. This person is very focused on coming towards you. Yeah. So for example, if they're leaving a commitment and they cheated, they might not tell you that. Okay, it could be something like that. Because I feel with that honor and good name, they're very concerned about how they'll come across. Let's look at the World. Why is that there? Yeah, Six of Wands. What did I say? This person is very concerned about how they come across, okay? Their image is important to them. Let's look at the Four of Swords. Yeah, they're going to try to smooth things over with you. This person does have feelings with the King of Cups, okay? They do have feelings, but yeah, they're just going to be a little careful with what they say. Let's look at the Emperor. Three of Wands. They're going to read, you know, they do expect to communicate, so this person will reach out. Let's look at the Tower. Yeah, the Queen of Wands. Here you are, the Sag, right? So this is going to be like a blue, something out of the blue when they come towards you, or when they reach out. Like you might not, you might not expect to hear from this person again, and then suddenly you get a text or something, or some sort of communication, and then they'll try to get back in your good books. They may even give some little apology for something, but they are going to not give you the full picture here. Okay, let's look at that Seven of Swords. Oh gosh, that's too much. Got the Three of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the King of Cups. So needless to say, this person has hurt you. Okay, and it could even pertain to the ending that they're leaving, right? Like they may not tell you that they caused the ending there, okay? Because they might think that you would think that they're a creep or something. So they're not going to tell you. They're going to be a little careful, but this person has feelings for you. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's what I've got. This person is coming towards you. It's going to be a bolt from the blue. They do have feelings, but they're not going to be 100% open when they reach out, okay? They're going to try to massage their image a little bit. That's what I've got there. Okay, so that's Sagittarius. Let's move on to Capricorn. Just have another sip. Okay, Capricorn. What is the message here for you? What is the message for Capricorn? Oh gosh, that's a lot of cards. Okay. What is the message here for Capricorn? What's the message for Capricorn? What is the message for Capricorn? We've got the Elders and we've got the Owl. Okay. So it's all about gaining wisdom, right? With the Elders, it's literally about, I think, consulting people who are wise in order to gain wisdom. Okay. Let's see. Capricorn, what's the message here for Capricorn? What is the message for Capricorn? The Gate and one more. Got the Seer with the Raven. So you may feel that there's something looming, Capricorn, right? A period of darkness again. You could be aware of this. And with the elders, you may be seeking some kind of advice on it, okay? With the gate, it says a barrier keeps you from your goal. And then it says to follow your intuition. So despite getting advice, it may be that you need to follow your own counsel here at the end of the day, okay? Like rely on your own intuition. I also feel like, oddly enough, some of these elders, I don't know, are they blocking you from your goal? Like maybe they're advising you not to go for it. I mean, it could be, okay, we'll see. But you are being advised to follow your own intuition here, okay? Sometimes I think when you get advice from all and sundry, then it's confusing, right? But if you have a goal, you need to follow your own intuition about it. Okay. Okay, what is the message here for Capricorn? What is this? 5 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and one more. The Empress with the 7 of Pentacles. So with the 5 of Pentacles, it feels like a real feeling of lack, right? Maybe lacking confidence with the Queen of Wands energy, right? In going for something new, this new opportunity. You could be lacking confidence. Feels a little bit like the Gemini read. And you could be seeking advice because of this, you know, but ultimately it's about using your own intuition. Okay. Now, some of you could be feeling that there is another person here, okay, and someone wants to move towards that person, and some of you could be feeling that, you know, you're being left out and you're trying to figure out what to do here about this. So that could be the case as well. Let's see. Capricorn, what is the message here for Capricorn? Why is the 5 of Pentacles there? Knight of Spears. And the 9 of Cups. You could feel that someone has been selfish, right? That they've been a little reckless. They've done exactly what they wanted to do without any care of the consequences. Okay, like maybe they've become single, leaving you feeling, you know, left out here. Okay, or like it feels like this person has just thought of themselves. Let's look at the Queen of Wands. Oh, we've got 3. We've got the 3 of Cups, the Star, and the 7 of Spears. So some of you, I mean, this person wants to move towards a third party, okay? They're determined with that 7 of Spears. They won't be swayed. And you feel that they've been very reckless and like selfish. Let's look at the Empress. Yeah, the Empress again, and one more. 10 of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles. Somebody wants to move towards this Empress energy, okay? This person who you feel is being reckless. They want a new life. They feel they've had a lot of responsibilities where they are and they're done. They want a new beginning. Okay. And if this is the masculine Capricorn, then, you know, this is you wanting to move quickly, okay? And you may have to leave someone else out. Or you're worried that you'll be left financially broke if you do this. Okay, let's look at this raven. Why is a raven there? For Capricorn, why is a raven there? 2 of Swords, 9 of Spears. Yeah, I think for the person who feels left out, they're not sure what to do about this. They're not sure how to get this person to stay. I don't know if you can, because with the 7 of Spears, they're ready to, you know, to fight for this. They're determined to have this. With the 10 of Wands, they're done with whatever else, you know. Let's look at this barrier. Why is the gate there? 8 of Coins. This person is focused already on this new relationship, okay, Capricorn, and if you're hoping to keep this person hanging on, I don't think you can. The barrier here is that they're already focused on the new relationship, okay? Yeah, with the Ace of Swords, that's the truth. Okay. And let's look at this seer. Why is up there? Seven of Swords. Yeah, I think with this, follow your intuition. It tells me that don't fool yourself. Okay, with the Seven of Swords, follow your intuition. Listen to it. If your intuition is telling you that this person is pretty much out the door, they have no intention of giving up this third party, then believe it. Okay, believe your intuition, trust it, and don't allow yourself to be fooled. With Owl, it's about seeing the wisdom. Okay, let's get a card on this Elders. Ten of Cups reversed. Yeah, I think some of you may be tempted to speak to other members of your family, like older members, okay, about this family dynamic that is ending. And I feel like some of them, even if they're very well-meaning, they may be telling you to, I don't know, I'm getting an energy that their advice may not be the best, which is why you're being asked to follow your own intuition. Okay, some of them could be telling you to try to hang on to this, and your intuition could be telling you that this is done. Okay, let's see. Why is the star there for Capricorn? Two of Swords, Ten of Swords. Yeah, I think you don't know what to do about this. Okay, this family dynamic that is ending. You're very heartbroken, and the Temperance, I feel some of you are trying to fix it, and that's the self-delusion there. Okay, that you're trying to fix it. Why is the Empress there? Two of Wands. Yeah, this person is choosing this other option. There's a Ten of Wands there. Yeah, Six of Wands. I think some of you are burdened about the fact that this person is leaving you for someone else. Okay, like you're worried about what people will think. Okay, that this person is choosing someone else, and so you're trying to fix it. You're trying desperately to fix this, when in reality, I think there is no fixing. I think with the Seven of Swords, that's just self-deception. Okay, because I feel this other person is very intent on moving towards this third party. That's what I'm getting here. Let me get a card on that Owl. Yeah, the Sun. It's about seeing things clearly, seeing things for what they are. Okay, it's seeing things for what they are. Having the wisdom to see it as it is. Not fooling yourself here. Okay, Capricorn, that's what I've got for you. So that's Capricorn. Let's move on to Aquarius. Okay, let's move on to Aquarius. Okay, what is the message here for Aquarius? Message for Aquarius. What is the message here for Aquarius? What is the message for Aquarius? Message for Aquarius. Woof, we've got mischief. Okay, and we've got that. Okay. So there's some sort of change coming. Okay, somebody wants to leave, and there's some mischief here. Okay. What is the message here for Aquarius? What is the message for Aquarius? The Dagger, and one more. The Moon. And we've got the Shield. You're safe from harm, Aquarius. Okay, so this mischief, there are some mischief makers on your trail here. Okay, with this Dagger, these people, yeah, they're not well-meaning. Okay, they are troublemakers here. But it says you'll be guided through darkness, so I feel you will be able to deal with this. With the bat, perhaps you'll be able to leave it all behind, right? Like leave these people behind. It says you're shielded from harm. Okay, that's great. So let's see. What is this stuff about though? Jeez. Aquarius. What's the message here for Aquarius? What is the message for Aquarius? The moon. What is this? Two of Wands and the Hanged Man. We've got the Eight of Coins. So you can be focused on something, Aquarius. Okay, maybe you're working on something in secret. Maybe even your independence with the bat. Yeah, we got silence beneath that. So I think you are keeping quiet about whatever it is you're focused on. Maybe because you're aware that you have these nasty people around you. Okay, with this mischief makers. So you're working quietly on something. You're keeping it a secret. With this Two of Wands, you know, you do mean to leave these people behind. That's what I'm getting. Okay. And so and then with the Hanged Man, it's about seeing a situation differently. Okay, let's see. I have to just get the cards out. Let's see, what is this about for Aquarius? What is the message here for Aquarius? Ooh, I just saw the Lovers. Okay, so there is a choice here. Why is the moon there for Aquarius? Knight of Swords. Five of Wands. Yeah, these are the mischief makers, Aquarius. Okay, you're hiding it from them. You don't want them to hear the truth, right? So you're keeping it quiet. Let's look at the Two of Wands. Page of Coins and Eight of Coins. Yeah, you're at a crossroads about starting something that you've been working on for a while. For some of you, it could be a project, okay? Like you're working on something like a passion project and you're hiding it from people you think may be competitors. And for some of you, you mean to be single to pursue this project, okay? Or relationship, whatever. Let's look at the Hanged Man. The Hierophant. And the World. Yeah. And with this Hanged Man, it's about feeling differently, okay? Seeing what you want differently. So are you second guessing this passion project of yours? Okay, some of you might be. Okay, let's look at this mischief. What is this mischief, Aquarius? Seven of Spears. Yeah, these people are determined to fight you, Aquarius. Okay. Ooh, yeah. They're very determined to fight you on this. Let's look at the dagger. What is the dagger for Aquarius? Nine of Swords. I think you're very worried about this conflict and about these people hearing about this. Why is the moon there? Three of Swords. Yeah, I think, you know, you're very anxious. You feel you may hurt these people, okay? And they're determined to stop you as well with that Seven of Wands. I feel you want to go your own way to work on whatever it is you want to work. And these people are trying to put some kind of spokes in the wheel, right? They're trying to put hurdles in your path, okay? Ooh, yeah, with the Eight of Swords to keep you stuck. That's what I feel. Okay. Are they succeeding here, Aquarius? Are you now rethinking, you know, what you want to do here? Let's see. I hope not. Why is the Knight of Swords there for Aquarius? The Magician. Yeah. I think you feel that, you know, these people will try to manipulate you if they hear the truth. Okay. And I think you're right to some extent. Let's look at the Five of Spears. Yeah, Three of Wands. You expect that these people are going to come and try and manipulate you. You're expecting this. Now, which is why you're keeping it to yourself. But let's look at this Hierophant. Why is the Hierophant there? The Page of Cups and one more. The Hanged Man. Okay. And let's look at the world. Knight of Cups. And the Nine of Cups. Yeah, moving towards whatever it is you truly desired. You're seeing this differently now. For some of you, this is about a third-party relationship, okay? If it's in the realm of love, and you've kept it hidden because you expected that other people would try to manipulate you, manipulate your choice, right? You were at this crossroads and you felt they would try to stop you. And I think you're right, they would try to stop you, okay? With this, some of you are seeing this commitment differently. Okay, let's look at that Hanged Man here. Why is up there? Judgment and one more. Yeah, King of... Some of them would make you question your judgment, okay? Question your finances, question your commitments, you know. And so you've been working on this in secret. I think you've been working on a plan to leave these people behind. Because you expect you expect this manipulation from these people. Let's look at the Magician. Yeah, I think they would get you to second guess yourself with the Seven of Pentacles. You know, they would try to manipulate you into a stalemate, right? So that you didn't do anything. You were just in a wait and watch kind of, you know, a wait and watch energy. Let's look at that Seven of Spears. Six of Cups. Yeah, they try to keep you with them. That's what I feel, okay, with that Seven of Spears. No, they don't want you to move on. These people do not want you to move on. Let's look at the back. The Hermit. Yeah, I think you're focused on what it is you want, and you're focused on leaving these people behind. And I think you are being encouraged to keep them in the dark because they are coming up as mischief makers, you know. And they will make you try to rethink things. They will make you... See, with this Hanged Man, it's already a stalemate, stagnant energy. It's possible these mischief makers have already succeeded in getting you to question your choices and question your wisdom, your judgment. It's like getting you to second guess yourself, okay? Yeah, see, getting you to stay in this zone with the devil, you know, to be trapped, to not make any movement, okay? So yeah, Aquarius, I think you need to leave these mischief makers behind. Don't let them get in your ear and try to convince you to stay if you want to leave, okay? Because I feel that's what they're doing here. Yeah. So some of you really want to leave and you're being persuaded to stay. Just know that these people are trying to mess with your head. And with that mischief makers, you know, I feel it's intentional. It's not like it's not something that is coming from a good place, okay? They're not really well-meaning. Okay, so that's Aquarius. Okay, what's the message here for Pisces? What is the message for Pisces? What is the message here for Pisces? What is the message for Pisces? We've got voices and we've got seduction. Pisces. Ooh. Okay. Oh, let me get a couple of cards here. What is the message here for Pisces? What is the message for Pisces? Ooh, we've got seduction again and the stars. I mean, wow. So someone's definitely being seduced here. Okay, we've got seduction twice. I feel with this voices, it says with a tug at the gut, feel them romance your very breath. Listen to the gentle flickering. It feels like communication, okay, with the aim to seduce somebody, to get them to do a certain thing, right? With this triumph of adversity, this person wants to win. Pisces, either this is you or you're the one being seduced, okay? But somebody here wants to win and they're willing to seduce somebody, or, yeah, it's like, telling them what they want to hear, or something of the sort, with this seduction, passion, and romance away, trying to get them to go down this route. With the stars, a long journey brings rewards. It almost makes me feel like somebody may have been hanging around for a long time, expecting that this would pay out in some way. Okay. Whew, Pisces, what's going on? Okay, what is the message here for Pisces? What is the message here for Pisces? Four of Cups. What is the message for Pisces? Seven of Swords and one more. We've got the Five of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, with the Empress, okay? And the Queen of Wands beneath that. Okay, so this is... We've got someone here who is the other person, okay? The other man, the other woman, whatever. They want something new. They want this payoff of a bigger, better life. With that long journey brings rewards. They've been hanging, onto this expectation for a long time. And it feels like they're trying to seduce somebody, okay? Because they can see that someone's not interested in this. Someone's not playing ball. With the Seven of Swords, there's a lot of deception here. Maybe even self-deception on this person's part. And there's conflict over this decision, like... I feel this person wants more, okay? We're talking about a third party that wants more, and is using seduction to try to get their way, okay? Yeah. Okay. What is the message here for Pisces? What's the message for Pisces? Let me get caught on that voices. Where's voices there? Yeah, the Hermit. I feel this is the person that they're trying to guide. Okay. Now, let's look at the Four of Wands. Oh, sorry, the Four of Cups. What is that? Where's the Four of Cups there? King of Cups. And one more. Knight of Coins here. There's someone in love here. Oh, we got three. Okay, we've got the King of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Knight of Coins. I feel that they want this person to make some kind of offer towards them. Maybe even of marriage, like maybe a proposal, okay? And this person is not doing it with that Four of Cups. Now let's look at the Seven of Swords. Where is the Seven of Swords there? The Chariot. One more. The King of Coins. Yeah, there's deception here. This masculine energy is letting them think that they will move on from their commitment, okay? But that's not really happening. And maybe this person is also deceiving themselves that this masculine energy is going to move on. It could be self-deception. Because I feel like this masculine energy is not forthcoming with any kind of proposal. Now let's look at this Five of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. Yeah. It's about a decision to free themselves from a commitment, right? So that they can build with this third party. And there's conflicts around this because I feel this masculine energy is not doing it, okay? They're not interested. Let's look at that King of Cups. Well, actually, let me get a card from the other deck. See, I shuffled and I got the star at the bottom of the deck here. So this person's goal is that they should be the Empress. Like they should, they don't just want to be the third party, okay? They want to be the wife or whatever. They want that position. Okay. Let's look at the King of Cups. Let's look at the King of Cups. Why is the King of Cups there? The Hermit. Now, this is the person that they're trying to convince. Okay, let's look at this King of Cups again. Temperance. I feel this person, though, with this King of Cups, this person is still in love with whoever their partner is. Okay, with the Hermit and Temperance, they're not interested in pleasing this third party. Like, they're not, with this Knight of Swords, they delivered that harsh truth, okay, to this person that they're not interested. And so I feel this person may be deluding themselves. Let's look at the Chariot. There's a Chariot there. Seven of Swords, yeah. Self-deception that this person is going to move on from their commitment. I feel like this person has already, the masculine energy here has already conveyed that they are in love with their spouse, or they love their spouse, and they're not interested in taking this any further. And this person is deceiving themselves that this masculine is going to move on. Oh, okay. Let's look at the Nine of Pentacles. Where's the Nine of Pentacles there? Yeah, the High Priestess. This person wants this masculine to free themselves up. Okay, and there's conflict over this decision. Now let's look at the Hermit here. Yeah, the Chariot. Trying to get this Hermit to move on, you know. What are these voices trying to tell this person to move on? What is this self-deception that this person is going to move on? Okay. Yeah, so it sounds like a third party who's fooling themselves, to be honest. Let me look at this Knight, triumph over adversity. What is that about? Yeah, the Sun reversed. This person doesn't see the truth. They can't, with the Sun reversed, they're not seeing things clearly, okay? Things are dark for them. This person, this masculine energy is not interested in taking this leap of faith. Okay, it's not going to happen. And it feels like this third party is not accepting that. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Pisces. Some of you, you are the third party here. Okay. Okay. And if that's the case, you need to see the truth. Okay, this person has no intention of moving on. Okay. So that's Pisces. Let's move on to Aries. We've got Aries and Taurus. Okay, what is the message here for Aries? Aries, what is the message here for Aries? What is the message here for Aries? What's the message for Aries? Coming of winter, and we've got All Hallows Eve. Okay. So All Hallows Eve is about making your intentions clear, okay? It's about being determined to get what you want. Beneath that, we've got the broom, so some kind of clearing up or clearing. With coming of winter, it feels like Five of Pentacles kind of energy, okay? I think that's, yeah, let's see. What is the message here for Aries? The Mystic Circle, and one more. We got two. We got the Sphinx and the Griffin. So it feels like someone determined to improve their circumstances. Okay, they feel like they're going through hard times. They're determined for some change. With this, abilities will be enhanced. They want something more. Okay, and with the Sphinx and the Griffin, it feels like they're going to be careful with what they say. Because they want the situation to improve. So there's some communication here, okay, and I think it's going to be quite strategic and careful. Now let's see. What is the message here for Aries? Ooh. Okay, what is the message for Aries? Aries, what's the message here for Aries? What is the message here for Aries? Seven of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and got two, the Hierophant, the Ten of Pentacles. So it's about a commitment or some kind of long-standing relationship, Aries. We've got you beneath that, the Emperor. With the Seven of Cups, there is some confusion here, right? Not seeing things as they should be. With the Wheel of Fortune, there's some sort of change, okay? Maybe you don't see this change clearly. And with the Hierophant, it could impact a commitment, you know? Okay. Let me see, what is this coming of winter? Let me get a card on that. What is the coming of winter here for Aries? What is this coming of winter? Two of Swords. Yeah, you're not sure what to do about this, okay? Okay. Let's look at the Seven of Cups. What is this about for Aries? Nine of Spears and one more. Eight of Swords. So you feel trapped, Aries. You're hanging on to a situation. You're not sure what to do here. Maybe it's a family dynamic, okay, for some of you, or a long-standing job, whatever. Let's look at this Wheel of Fortune, the Emperor, and the Five of Swords. You're conflicted about change. You know, you are very conflicted about this change. So it's like you want change, but you maybe feel that it's going to impact you badly. Okay, let's look at the Hierophant. Why is the Hierophant there? But I also feel with this Five of Swords, some of you are very determined to have this change. You know, because with this All Hallows Eve, it says you stomp your might through the ground. It sounds like a very determined energy. So some of you are determined, okay? Although you feel trapped with this Nine of Wands, it also tells me that that's an illusion with the Seven of Cups, okay? It's an illusion that you've been hanging on to. There's some sort of illusion that you've been hanging on to. Let's look at the Hierophant. What is up there? Yeah. There's some kind of conflict here, okay? Maybe in a commitment, and you're very focused on taking some sort of action. Okay. It's intriguing energy. Let's look at this All Hallows Eve. What is that for Aries? Knight of Spears. Yeah, I think you're determined to do something, maybe a little recklessly, Aries, okay, with the Knight of Spears. Yeah, because the Seven of Wands, determination. So I think you are determined to do something no matter what the cost, okay? And there's a danger you could be a little reckless. Let's look at this Mystic Circle. What is that? Why is that there for Aries? King of Cups. Yeah, I think you're in love with someone, okay? You really wish to move towards them. Yeah, let's look at the Sphinx. The Queen of Wands. This is the person you wish to move towards. Let's look at the Griffin. Page of Coins, Ten of Spheres. Yeah. So you want to be done with the commitment, but with that honor and good luck, I feel, yeah, there is a third party here, this Queen of Spears. Some of you could do something recklessly, okay, because you're determined to bring change. But you feel, but there's something here which is not quite real. It's like you're hanging on to a feeling that you're, I don't know, trapped. Are you really? I don't know. Let's see. Let's look. What is this Nine of Spears for Aries? What is the Nine of Spears for Aries? The World and the Four of Cups. Yeah. You know, you want a new beginning, okay? You want an end to a feeling of being unfulfilled. And you're hanging on to that idea. With Temperance, that you're going to be getting everything you desire, right? You know, something loving, something practical, all of that. Okay, let's look at the Eight of Swords, the Emperor, and one more, the Moon. Yeah, you're trapped in your own fears. You can't see the way forward. You're unfulfilled, but you're trying to hide it. Okay. And there is this chance for change. Let's look at this Five of Swords. Why is the Five of Swords there for Aries? Six of Pentacles. Yeah, I think you're conflicted about payouts. Okay, where some of you, where you're considering a divorce or whatever, there is a financial legacy at play. You're worried about payments. So although you're unfulfilled, you're hiding that and you're worried about payments. Okay, let's look at the Emperor. Yeah, you know what you've done here, Aries. Okay, you're very clear about this. Some of you want to go back to something that ended a while back. Like you want to go back to maybe a relationship, a flirtation, something that ended a while back. You want to go back there. If this is in the realm of jobs, then you want to go back to something else. Okay, let's look at the Hermit. Oh, the Hermit. That's, you're very focused on love, but the Seven of Cups is is telling me that there's something unrealistic expectations here. Okay, let's look at the Five of Spears. Yeah, the Queen of Cups. I think you think that this person is the one who's going to fight with you. Yeah. Like you're gonna have to fight. I feel you want this Queen of Spears and you want to fight off this Queen of Cups. Gosh, okay. This is so strange, the energy. Let's look at that World. High Priestess, yeah. You do want a new chapter with someone, okay? Are you rejecting this Queen of Wands? Some of you may be confused, you're like torn in two, okay? You want this person. Choose your words wisely. Some of you may even be letting this Queen of Spears go. Okay, because you're letting this person down. Yeah, I think some of you are confused about moving towards this person, okay? So you may be even trying to let this person go for some of you. Choosing your words carefully as you push them out. And if that's the case, it's because you are worried about payments, like you're conflicted about leaving a long-term situation, okay? You know what you did here. You started something with this Queen of Wands, okay? But you're conflicted about leaving an existing situation, okay? Yeah, that's kind of what I've got. Let's look at that Seven of Wands. Nine of Wands, yeah. Some of you are determined to hang on to a situation that you're in. Because you may have felt that you did something recklessly. So I feel like you may have recklessly started something with this Queen of Wands. And now you're trying to back out of it, okay? Because there's some confusion here. There's confusion here, okay? And you're not, now you feel like you don't want to make all these payments. You want to end your long-term situation. That's what I'm getting for you, okay? Some of you did something just very impulsively. And with that Sphinx, you're trying to let this third party down carefully. You're trying to let this person down carefully. Ooh, okay. So that's what I've got for you, Aries. That was oddly confusing. Okay, maybe you're confused as well, Okay, let's move on to Taurus. All right, Taurus, what is the message here for you? What's the message for Taurus? What is the message here for Taurus? the message to Taurus? We've got the Whale and we've got Voices. Okay. So again, communication of some kind, but with the Whale, you may not be seeing things too clearly. What's the message here for Taurus? What is this? Talisman and one more. The Minstrel. We've got Serendipity. Brightening prospects on the horizon. Okay. So with Voices, I feel like there are, you know, someone is trying to tell you something. Okay. With this Veil, you're not seeing things clearly, Taurus. Okay. It says it's quite possible your eyes have become the fog in which you dwell. So it's like you stop counting, you stop relying on your inner knowing. Okay. There's something here you're not seeing. With this Talisman, you're destined to succeed. And let your intentions be known. I mean, it could be that you're not seeing this situation clearly. Okay, let's see. I think this might be another confusing one. Okay. What is the message here for Taurus? What is the message for Taurus? What is the message for Taurus? Knight of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and one more. Three of Cups, with the King of Swords. Yeah, I think there is someone here, third party, that's pretty clear. Okay, someone's secret. I think you're not sure what to do about this person, Taurus. Okay, I feel with the Voices, they could be urging you to move on, trying to lure you, you know. With the Whale, you don't see things clearly. There's something you're not seeing, right? Whew, okay. So there's a hidden third party here. With this King of Swords, you may be contemplating cutting this person out altogether. Okay, it might be a follow-on from that Aries read, which was so confusing. Because I felt like in that read, the energy was initially to move towards the person, and then as we progressed, it felt like it was turning away from that. Okay, let's see. Why is the Knight of Pentacles there? Seven of Cups here. I think it's very similar. There's confusion here, Taurus, with that Whale as well. It feels like you're not sure what to do, okay? Maybe you don't even know who you truly, you know, what your feelings truly are. Like, you know, do you truly feel the same about this person, this third party? With the Three of Swords, there's definitely some kind of third, you know, energy here. Let's look at the High Priestess. Ace of Cups and one more. Four of Coins. Yeah, some of you you've got the secret third party, and you may be trying to withhold from this person. Okay, like doing your best to avoid them, trying not to respond to them, you know, trying not to talk to them, something of the sort. With this Nine of Cups, it's something you greatly desire. You do desire this person, but you're trying to hold back, trying to keep this person at bay. Let's look at the Three of Cups, Ten of Cups, and one more. Queen of Cups. Yeah, I think you're already in a family dynamic, and this person is a third person. Okay, let's look at this Whale. Death. Let's get quite the Whale there. Ooh, Death, Four of Wands. So there's an ending here, Taurus, where you're not seeing things too clearly, okay? With that Seven of Cups, you may not know who you truly, you know, who you truly feel what for, right? Like that's what I'm getting, okay? And so some of you may end your home life, to be with this third party, okay? Letting your intentions be known, thinking you're going to be successful there, but with the talent, with that veil, it's not as it seems. Let's look at the voices. What are the voices there for Taurus? Three of Spears. Yeah, I think when it comes to the future, you're listening to, it feels almost like a siren call, you know, calling you away maybe from your home. And you have an expectation of something, but you know, maybe that things are going to be great for you. But I don't know, it feels like maybe not. Let's see. Why is the Seven of Cups there for Taurus? Seven of Swords. Yeah, there's a lot of self-deception here. Three of Wands. Yeah, deceiving yourself about the future. Okay, what the future is going to be like. With the Moon, it's a dreamy energy. It's more fantasy. It's like being lured, right, by something that is romantic, which may not be real. Okay. Let's look at this Four of Coins. Strength, Four of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you have been holding back, okay, from pursuing this, but I think that's coming to an end, right? You're not going to hold back from this new opportunity anymore. You're being lured, okay, by this, you're being lured, that's what I'm getting, okay? Let's look at the Death card there. Why is that there? Yeah, see, a harsh truth about this Ace of Wands. Some of you are ending your home life, okay? And with this Five of Cups, it may be something you come to regret. Because things are not as they seem here with the Whale. The bright future you're imagining. Yeah, I'm getting an image of the sirens calling people to their death, right? Not that you're going to die, but, you know, it's an ending of your home life. And it's something you may come to regret here, okay? Let's look at that talisman, the Chariot. Yeah, that you're going to be victorious in moving towards whatever it is you want. You know, that is a great move, but I feel with the Whale, it's not clear. You're just seeing what you want to see, okay? You're seeing with your eyes. You're not seeing with your heart. And so you're being lured, okay? The sirens were very beautiful women, right? You're kind of being lured, okay? That's what I'm getting. Let's look at this Seven of Swords there. Page of Wands. If you take this action, I think you will come to regret it. Yeah, some of you are getting over your fears of starting this with this third person, third energy, okay? And I think it may be something you come to regret. Let's look at Spring. Yeah, some of you are going to you're going to be free, okay? But with that Seven of Swords, it's an illusion, you know? It's a smoke screen. Whatever you think you're leaving behind, whatever unhappiness you're leaving behind here, I feel you're not going to escape it in that other relationship, okay? That's what I'm getting. Yeah. Because you already have this, Taurus. You have a Ten of Cups with the Queen of Cups, you know? You have a happy for home life. It feels like you're just not seeing this. Okay? Yeah, so that's what I've got for you. Again, something you'll probably come to regret if you do this. Okay. So that's what I've got for you, Taurus. That's everyone. I will timestamp it. Please do tell me in the comments if it resonates, and please do hit like, share and subscribe, guys. It helps the channel, and I'd love to hear from you, and do tell me in the comments if any of it resonates. Okay, and I'll see you next time.